What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Today's a great day to jump on one of those long-term passes. Got a ton of action on the board. A lot of college football, NBA, college hoops, and even some NHL plays on the board as well. So definitely jump on something. Whatever you do, though, use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. But that's fine. We still got plenty of time to talk about all that today. Got stuff going on all throughout the day. We're here to talk about a 15-game NHL card on Saturday. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sunday, oh boy, I'm not trying to get rid of this. We got a 15-game card to look at. Some cold hard cash to be made. Let's sweep the ice, shall we? Let's break out the Zamboni. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first matchup on Saturday's card takes us to the Wells Fargo Center, where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And this is, still a Blackhawks team that I think is going to be able to provide some value over the course of the season when we're getting heftier lines. And is this a price I want to lay with the Philadelphia Flyers? Not particularly. But the Flyers, for me, are playing the better hockey. They are at home, where I think that does make a bit of a difference. And especially in this head-to-head matchup, the Philadelphia Flyers have won 17 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams in Philadelphia and 8 of the last 11 meetings overall. I'm just not getting enough plus money to consider the Blackhawks in this spot. So I'm going to take the Flyers on the money line in this one. Next, we head to the Scotiabank Saddledome for this matchup between the Calgary Flames and the Minnesota Wild. And, the Flames playing really well at home. The Wild continue to play really well on the road. They're one of the most profitable road teams in the NHL this season. So it kind of leads you to think, well, which way, should you go in this one? Well, for me, the road team has won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. And I just think the play is more sustainable from the Minnesota Wild. I like the base of this Minnesota Wild team. I like the core they have. I like the goaltending for Minnesota, even though I wasn't a fan of it coming into the year. They have been playing extremely well. The Flames, like I said, they played their best hockey at home, so maybe I wouldn't blame anybody for taking a shot on the home dog here, but I got to go with the Wild here at minus 150. It's a reasonable price, and the Wild keep just finding ways to get the job done. Like I said, the road team has dominated head-to-head between these two, so give me the Wild at minus 150. Next, we head to the Crypto.com arena for a matchup between the Los Angeles Kings and the Seattle Kraken. And, normally I look at the Kings at home with how well they played at home, and I would think, Kings at home, get the job done here. The Kraken haven't necessarily been at their best on the road this season, so Kings no doubt. However, the road teams won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. The Kraken are 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in LA, and the Kraken just went and played really well on their most recent homestand, which lets me think that, maybe that some of that momentum could carry over to a spot like this where they're getting some nice plus money. So I'm going to take the Kraken here. I'm going to lean towards the Kraken at plus 140. Now we head to Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers take on the Colorado Avalanche. And, I get why the Florida Panthers would be favored at home. They are a tough team to knock off on home ice. But I haven't necessarily been impressed with what I've seen from the Panthers in some of their recent games. They have dropped 4 of their last 5. And, the Colorado Avalanche are a team that have started to pick up their play on the road. They've started to improve a little bit. And the goaltending has actually started to tighten up a little bit. So I think I'm going to take a shot here on the Colorado Avalanche. Just take a shot on the plus money. Just go against basically a slumping Florida Panthers team right now, even though we're probably not going to be able to do that for much longer. Next, we head to the Nationwide Arena for a matchup between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Carolina Hurricanes. And, I can understand why the Hurricanes are a heavy favorite here. But also, the Columbus Blue Jackets have been competitive in this matchup in the past, and they have been playing better at home. So I can understand why the plus money is worth a look here as well. But head-to-head between these two teams, the majority of recent meetings have actually been high scoring. Carolina, a team that normally scores 4+ goals a game over their last 10, while Columbus, last time we saw them at home, they beat up on the Tampa Bay Lightning 7-6. They also beat Columbus 6-2 in their previous home game before that. So I'm going to take the over 6.5 here in a lean. I just think we're going to get some goals in this one. I could easily see both goaltenders getting lit up a little bit here. So lean towards the over 6.5 in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the Washington Capitals and the New Jersey Devils. And, I wanted to take a shot on the Washington Capitals at home, but once again, I think this is a game where having no Alex Ovechkin is really going to sting for the Washington Capitals. It's going to for the next few weeks, as he is slated to be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Head-to-head, the Devils haven't had a whole lot of success in this matchup. They've only won 15 of the last 51 meetings, but they've won 4 of the last 5 meetings in Washington, and the favorites won 40 of the last 53 meetings as well. Again, a lot of that probably coincides with Washington being favored, but I'm going to take the Devils here at minus 135. Like I said, the Devils are playing some decent hockey right now, and I think they can get the job done here over a Caps team missing their leader. Now we go to this matchup between the Ottawa Senators and the Vancouver Canucks. And again, a game where normally I would understand why the Senators would be favored being at home. That's technically where they've played their best hockey this season. But the Vancouver Canucks have also played their best hockey on the road and have also been a lot more sharp defensively away from Rogers Arena as well. You look at some of their recent road games. They've had a lot of success. The home games is where this team has given up some goals left and right, but the Vancouver Canucks have actually won 6 straight on the road. Even in their most recent West Coast road trip, they gave up a combined 5 goals to the Kings, Ducks, and Sharks. So I'm going to go with the Vancouver Canucks here. Like I said, there's just something in the water with the Vancouver Canucks on the road. So give me Vancouver on the plus money in this one. Now we head to the Amalie Arena where the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Dallas Stars. And this is a pretty good matchup here. But the thing that stands out for me is that this is still a Tampa Bay Lightning team that play their best hockey at home at the Amalie Arena. The Dallas Stars are a great team that, are going to, be a contender in the Western Conference this season. They're a team I think that has some of the most balance in the NHL, but they're still just a 500 team on the road, and there's been a couple spots where they've really stumbled, and mostly it's been when they have to take the step up in competition on the road. I think this is just a spot where Tampa Bay finds a way to get the job done on home ice. Historically, the home team 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. Dallas 1-6 in their last 7 trips to Tampa Bay, and the Stars are just 5-14 in the last 19 meetings between these two teams. I'm going to take the Lightning here at minus 105. Now we head to the Bell Center where the Montreal Canadiens take on the Vegas Golden Knights, and a game where I really wanted to take a shot on Montreal, or at least on an underdog. I was gonna say, who am I kidding? I don't want to take a shot on Montreal. I'm a Leafs fan, but I'll tell you, the Vegas Golden Knights are still playing some really solid hockey. Historically, they have had the number of the Montreal Canadiens as well. I know these teams only play twice a year, but Vegas has won each of the last 6 meetings. They've won 4 of their last 5 trips to Montreal, and more often than not, this is still a Montreal team that can't get out of their own way from a goaltending perspective. Yes, they shut out the Edmonton Oilers and then the Columbus Blue Jackets in back-to-back games, but I also gave up 5 goals in a win. They were shut out by Minnesota 3-0, lost to Toronto 4-1, lost to New Jersey 5-3. So I think the Vegas Golden Knights are just simply the better team in this matchup, and I'm going to take them at a reasonable price here at minus 165, kind of on the fringe of where I want to lay a money line. Next, we're going to the Little Caesars Arena where the Detroit Red Wings take on the Boston Bruins, and I was hoping if you were a Boston Bruins fan that you were going to be able to get the new coach rub and sort of that dead cat bounce where you fire your coach and you get at least a boost from it. Well, didn't necessarily work. They didn't win that game, and now you go to Detroit, and Detroit has not had the best run of form as of late, admittedly, but this is a Detroit team that is at home. It's where they played their better hockey over the course of the last couple of years. And historically, between these two teams, it's a place where, the home team is dominated. I mean, the home team's 20-8 in the last 28 meetings between these two teams. The Bruins 2-7 in their last 9 trips to Detroit. The Bruins right now just aren't playing well, and I'm not laying, minus 135 with the Bruins just because of name brand. I mean, at a certain point, you have to think that the Bruins will turn it around, but I'm not there yet. So give me the Detroit Red Wings at plus 115. Now we go to the PPG Paints Arena where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Utah Hockey Club. And congrats, Pittsburgh. I mean, you're living the life on the do not bet list. I mean, this is a Pittsburgh team that once again keeps finding new and creative ways to lose hockey games. And even if they win a game here and there, it's probably not going to be enough for them to get off of the do not bet list until they start to show some signs of life and show that they're going to turn it around. Yes, the Utah Hockey Club have really struggled on the road. They've lost 7 of their last 8 away from Utah. But this is a Penguins team, once again, like I said, can't get out of their own way. They keep finding creative ways to lose. And I think that I think the Utah Hockey Club are at a coin flip on the road, given their poor road form for a reason. Give me the Utah Hockey Club here at -110. Now we head to the Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators take on the Winnipeg Jets. And I know this price may look funky to some. Why are the league best Winnipeg Jets an underdog against Nashville? I wish I could tell you. Maybe I'm not going to operate the whole somebody knows something thing because I think they've been waiting for the other shoe to drop with the Winnipeg Jets, and it hasn't happened. They've been waiting for Nashville to turn around. It hasn't happened. And I'm not going to just blindly wait for Nashville, and I'm not going to just pass on plus money with the best team in hockey just because we're waiting for the Nashville Predators to turn it around. Nashville's been one of the most disappointing teams in the NHL up to this point, and I think that the Winnipeg Jets are going to continue to provide value. And like I said, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. If we're going to keep getting these prices with the Winnipeg Jets, I am going to keep taking them. Give me Winnipeg here at plus money. Next, we head to the UBS Arena where the New York Islanders take on the St. Louis Blues. And for me, this matchup just features two teams with inconsistent offense that have actually some decent goaltending, especially the New York Islanders, who I feel have the better goaltending in this matchup. I'm just not about laying -165 with the Islanders in this spot. And the St. Louis Blues, I just don't know if they're worth taking a shot on either right now. Struggling to put it all together. They've scored 2 goals or less in 3 straight games. So I'm going to take the under 5.5. It's a lean. Not my favorite game on the board, but I'll lean towards the under 5.5 here. Now we head to the SAP Center where the San Jose Sharks take on the Buffalo Sabres. And, I keep going back to it. It's maybe it's unhealthy. I don't know what it is, but I got to go back to the San Jose Sharks once again. I can't lay this price with the Buffalo Sabres, who are still a 50-50 team at best on the road. The San Jose Sharks continue to be competitive on home ice, whether it's home or away, but for the most part at home as of late. And I just don't think, like I said, I just don't see the Sabres here as -160 favorites or being worthy of that. So give me the San Jose Sharks here, plus the 1.5 with a sprinkle on the money line at +135. Our final game on Saturday's card takes us to Rogers Place, where the Edmonton Oilers take on the New York Rangers. And, I wish I could say I could have a case to be made for the Oilers here, but it's kind of going back to what we talked about when the Oilers played their last game, when they were playing the Minnesota Wild. I felt that the Edmonton Oilers were overpriced there, and look what happened. I mean, the Minnesota Wild came into Edmonton and got the win there, and a lot of it is because the Edmonton Oilers continue to be overpriced and overvalued just because they're at home. They're actually one of the least profitable teams at home on home ice this season. The New York Rangers, 7-2 straight up on the road this season, playing some really, really good hockey. And I feel that, the Rangers, I think, are the better team. They're the deeper team. Don't get me wrong, Edmonton's going to have probably the best player on the ice in Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl. But, from a depth perspective, the Rangers are the deeper team. And when you look at the goaltending, Igor Shesterkin or Jonathan Quick are better than whoever the Oilers send out here. Both of them. I mean, Shesterkin's a world-class goaltender. Quick still has a goals against average under 1. So I'm going to go with the New York Rangers here at plus money. I feel this is an absolute steal to round out the card on Saturday. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, make sure you head on over to pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. And remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for an additional 15% off your purchase. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.